time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney.
Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Go to the office.
I think is he revealing his stash of coke to us? Is that what's happening here?
Just take it to her. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure, I'll just carry this suspicious white powder to this detective who certainly is not going to arrest me.
This must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look.
Why do you think Daddy wanted me to be a magician?
So we can hide all of it. Not the drugs, the feel-good substances.
White powder.
Placed gingerly into pocket.
Mysterious white powder with the alleged ability to improve Detective Sky's mood.
Oh, wow.
This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Oh, thank God.
Oh, good.
It's not the,
What did you think it was?
happy supplements.
I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright.
This feels really White powder memories? What the heck? There's a handprint on this shiv.
A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. It's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder.
So, entire fingerprint. Let's go. Right. Let's do this.
For God's sake.
Dab, 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 dab,
Well,
dab,
she
dab,
said
dab,
it was
dab.
really important. We don't know where it is, so we've got to make sure we get absolutely all of it.
I just like to imagine that Apollo's just dumping the whole little container of...
It's like a salt shaker, isn't it? He's doing like shake, 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 and then the lid fell off. I think that's like
think we've got
90.
Got a nice even coating.
I think we've done it.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it till they spend some hard time in the pen.
Your mother didn't want me to smack you. I want you to know that the only reason why I have not hit you upside the head is because it would tear your poor mother's heart in half.
Victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
You will only find that out by asking the defendant.
Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain
Yes,
that.
I do! I did it! I did it! Me! I did it!
Stop it!
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. He messed up my op something bad. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
Is there a translator in here?
I'm so sorry for my son.
This is going to sound really
boy.
insensitive, and I do apologize, but are you sure he's your son? Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it right that time.
I
well
did!
done.
I did! My brain still had to think hard about it, though.
Well, you wouldn't know if I hadn't pointed it out.
Way to ruin my intro, Pete.
I didn't ruin it. You still had the good intro. It's still there.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice.
Nice.
And just a little reminder before we jump on in, if you are an old friend of the channel or you're new to the channel.
Yeah. Well, why did you stop?
Because you gave me a face.
I didn't do anything. I'm staring forward, away from you.
You look like you were going to say something.
I'm intentionally not looking at you
Fine.
so that I don't put you off.
And
Surprise.
on your bingo
Sister.
cards, you can mark off two things. One is Taylor mentioning the bingo card, and the other is botched introduction.
Botched intro. If you like what we do, please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell.
Taylor references hypothetical non-existent bingo card.
Hey, it does exist. Somebody made it.
Does it?
Oh.
Does it?
Well, somebody made it.
All right, then. Let's get back into this. I'll tell you one thing. That doctor was a quacker.
Now, we did press a couple of statements, didn't we? And I know that I
Yes.
purposely left it not in the middle of a statement so that I
Yes.
wouldn't forget. The
Yeah.
thing is, I don't remember which ones we pressed.
I feel
I think
like
we
it was
probably
just
just need to start from the beginning.
I guess
'cause
it,
otherwise...
Yeah.
it will just be easier. And then
I
that
don't
way-
think we got very far into it.
No,
so.
screw it. Hold it!
Hold it! Oh, damn, that's
It's not
just...
you!
Jeez, Nick! Get out of here!
Oh,
You're not
sorry.
a lawyer anymore, dude.
Right, I'm sorry.
I don't know why I said dude. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor.
Who asked you, pointy locks? Just who do you think you are?
You're a lawyer?
Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple.
Okay. Hold it! Sorry, I just for a second was just I was like, oh no, I didn't give Taylor a chance to read it. Oh no, I've said the thing. This is going well.
This is good start.
Go on, Taylor. Do you want to? What was it? Oh no, it's not even there at all. Okay, fine. By someone, you mean? Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean.
You better ask somebody else, Holmes. I'm sorry. You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care?
Hello.
I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight gangster style.
Wocky, why? Why? Your mother and I tried so hard. We tried so hard, but it's that damn, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna break that Grand Theft Auto CD in half.
No! You're gonna ruin my street cred.
This is gonna be for your own good.
To be quite honest, I don't blame you, really. The youth today are just appalling.
Oh dear. Yeah, I wouldn't say it too loudly. It's if you look at the demographic of people who watch our content, it's predominantly the youths.
The youths.
I'm only doing it as the judge.
Well, I'm okay. Just to make that very clear, we love the youth.
You're not making. You
know.
might as well take the shovel and start digging.
Peter.
I'd like to imagine that the people watching understand that this is a joke. Not the enjoying our user base part. We like our user base.
Mr. Peterson, would you like a shovel? You seem to be digging rather a large hole.
Well, at least you're
for
not calling it
yourself.
a spade.
No, because
Although to be fair, that a
Susato
spade
refers to it as a
it
shovel.
would be easier to dig with a spade than a shovel, though,
It would,
due to
but
the nature of
it
the.
would.
Yes, because a spade is used for scooping loose material.
For digging, in fact, a
It's terrible.
spade is used for digging. A
No,
shovel
it's for
is
scooping loose material.
No, that's a shovel. Here we go again.
But why are you so mad at this doctor?
Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man.
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 I know this is horrendous, but it's like I'm kind of the way he's talking is just horrendous.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it would. I don't really know how else you would say it.
I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad.
Okay,
I used to talk normal before this.
I remember this. Yeah, I remember
He
this.
switched my vocal cords.
Hold it! So, you were a patient at the Maractus Clinic half a year ago? For what reason?
I had what you might call a mark of honor.
Can you explain precisely what was wrong? Other than the clear brain damage you have.
Whoa.
We had a little
God.
Rivales.
The Rivals family?
Rivals.
We had a little run-in with the Rivales family.
Oh my lord.
That's when I pulled a jack move
Oh.
and ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me.
According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself.
Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
Clearly.
Okay.
Oh boy. So we were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there.
Apparently, he was shot. Shot in the heart, and you're too late, darling. You
Well,
give love
I think,
a bad
unfortunately,
name.
I think unfortunately we weren't too late though. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this trial, this
That's
cross-examination.
true.
Shot in the heart, and he's still alive?
I could catch bullets between my teeth.
What?
Punch! But I never learned how to catch them with my heart.
Jesus.
The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take in a stupid bullet.
Oh wow, it's still in there?
Okay.
He must have gone to the same place that I went to.
Oh, I hope I didn't leave my watch in there. Oh no! Okay, where did
I did
do
leave it
then?
in there, surely.
Cripes, I hope
So, as you say, the surgery was a failure.
That ain't all of it, Holmes.
not. Yes? Did somebody say my name? I suppose it would be Sholmes, not Holmes.
Yes.
And then he lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye.
Hold it! What do you mean? He just let you go without a word.
No, you see, what happens is he was
What
let go.
happens is-
He was removed from the premises without being told additional information.
What happens
I know
is-
you're probably...
What happens is what? Sorry, Taylor?
Are you
You're right.
taking
Here's
the
it.
mic?
No. Maybe? No?
Happens is...
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what the bloody hell you're saying.
That's not
I
what
don't know.
said.
I really... It's a struggle for me as well, Your Honor. I don't understand. Please forgive him. I cannot apologize enough.
It's okay, it's not your fault. Bloody hell. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
It sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go.
He's a liar, straight.
I'm just imagining that because it's like the hair doctor thing is like the medic from Team Fortress 2.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's how when the patient woke up, his skeleton was missing, and the doctor was never heard from again. So anyway, that's how I lost my medical license. And then the heavy's just like, eh?
Oh my god, I have not seen that for years.
I do remember.
He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me.
What?
So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again.
Hold it! So, this bullet is still...
You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, only held away by this weird magnet that I stuck in there. Powered by a fusion core.
Oh wait, no, that's someone different.
Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart.
Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice.
Word, J-Man. Word, no accident. That's faux shizzle.
Oh my
Oh, shizzle.
Wocky,
shizzle.
Wocky,
Wocky, please.
if your mother was here right now, she would be under arrest for assault because she would have beat your head into the ground.
She would be fighting with the gods to get up there and smack you on your ass, son.
I'm just trying to sizzle with the J-Izzle up on the stand-izzle.
You make me so ashamed to be your father.
Excuse me, Mr. Bigwins. Has your son studied abroad? Has he picked up an accent of some kind? I can't understand what it is. Can we get a translator, please?
He's more like,
It's the damn YouTubes, I swear. It's between the YouTubes and the video games.
What's a YouTube?
It's the TikToks.
What's a TikTok?
No,
I
please,
thought
this
that's
is from
what clocks did.
2004. There's no TikTok.
Well, actually, supposedly this game's set ahead of where we are now.
Supposedly.
It's set in, like, ahead of... What is it? What, the 2024. I had to think then, Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ.
This is what happens. Like we have a pandemic, and you just lose all sense of time.
I was amused because like a couple of people have pointed out that it's set in the near future, and it amuses me because obviously they still have like beep boop mobile phones and stuff.
Beep boop. Phones with buttons.
Phones with buttons.
That's from a programmer, guys. That's the technical term for them. That's what they
beep
call
boops.
them in computer programming. Is the beep
Hey,
boop phones.
I never said I was a good programmer.
You are without a doubt the worst programmer I've ever heard of, but you have heard of.
Me.
Oh, I can't even get a chance to do the other half of the joke. You were talking
Sorry.
about. I could have done the other half of that. I know that one. Jesus.
I
Sorry.
didn't know if you've seen Pirates of the
Are you
Caribbean.
freaking serious?
Bingo,
Who hasn't seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
bingo card. Pete and Taylor argue.
Referring to the hypothetical bingo card again.
It seems there were issues with these. Issues with
you
my
all right,
voice
Your Honor?
Seems there were issues with the YouTubers.
with me. It seems there were issues with this doctor.
Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor.
Wocky, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that.
Well, there we go. He's admitted to it on the stand. All right, everyone, break for lunch.
Oh my god.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
But why did this mistake only come to light that day?
The judge just completely. But he's still trying to figure out what shizzle means or whatever he says.
Just going round and round in his head.
Still stuck on that. It was found during the family health checkup.
The family checkup?
Oh boy.
That was the wackest thing of all. All of us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy!
A relief to hear.
And then he just
But
pulls,
I wish
and then he just
you were dead.
He just pulls out a gun and just shoots him there. And then, like, there we go.
Bam.
Problem solved.
No,
baby.
he just takes off his necklace with and just stabs him with the big.
Oh wow.
The
to be
big
actually,
Your
yeah,
Honor,
to be fair,
That looks like a weapon.
it looks pretty dangerous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it
The,
could be a knife blade.
Your Honor, I did what I had to do for the sanctity of everyone else's mental health.
Eh? What's a relief?
Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
Whoa.
What?
Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just concerning this ticking time bomb in you.
So he literally is Iron Man.
Snap it.
Yeah.
At this point.
Knowledge that could have saved your life.
No way! That's whacked or walked.
Wocky, dude.
I walkied.
There is proof. Your checkup report.
Oh, here it is.
There we go. Oh my god.
The old
We've still got chuffing plums bloomers in,
Yep.
in the court record.
We do.
Wait, is those my aunt's underwears?
What are you doing with my wife's underwear?
Apollo just snaps it shut real fast. Like, no, it's nothing. Honestly, please.
No, Your Honor, Apollo's really good at finding panties. Sure, he just holds them up.
These aren't mine.
Apollo just has a full-on meltdown. He's like,
He's so good at finding them. You know, he found mine earlier.
turns into a fainting goat. Oh, God. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was.
Oops.
Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
That was just the warm up.
It's not a concert.
Let's get it started, huh? Let's get it started in here.
Started?
That's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pete, if you've never heard that song.
I do. I like a pepper every now and then.
That's a lie. You're British. You don't like spice.
I do. I just.
Spice doesn't like him.
Yeah.
We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Let's have him sing.
Wocky sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy?
Having him talk? Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Whoa.
Okay.
That is a face only a mother could love.
Wow.
Okay, let's see.
Who wants to be
So-
this
oh,
guy?
So you will tell us your name and occupation.
My name is Wesley Stickler.
Wesley Stickler.
Wesley. By occupation, I take it you... Oh, Jesus,
good
it's gone
God.
too quickly for me already. Under which definition, I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation. And once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not gestalt per se, but derives from the vagueness inherent from all representations of the
By which he means to say that he is a student.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed the first half of that, but whatever. Sorry.
Wesley Stickler. What is that pun?
I mean, stickler is like, you know, a stickler for the rules kind of thing.
Yeah.
Junior at Ivy University. Okay. Yeah, all right. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes. In the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my...
Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Do you mind? I hadn't finished.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime.
Oh.
You ask, quite simplistically, what I saw. However, understand that Homo sapiens possess 2 eyes, of which these are designed to receive and interpret data, sending images to the form of signals that...
Everyone's just fallen asleep.
You need it's like in Majora's Mask. You need the all-night mask to listen to his stories.
Why did you pan away from me? I hadn't finished.
I'm jealous of this guy. He's got longer eyelashes than me.
I think you have no... I
and
think,
nicer lips than I have.
honestly,
Yeah.
I think no one has any reason to be jealous of him whatsoever.
Oh.
That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead.
Was there anyone else in the park at the time?
I can say with 100% accuracy
Why is he going, whoop?
that there
It's
was
like
not.
licking his fingers, I guess.
Yeah, for the pages for his book.
Yeah.
That there was not.
But he's just dabbing it on his lips rather than licking, I guess.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
It looks like a toy.
And this is why you shouldn't have used all the fingerprint dusting, because now it's going to be relevant.
God damn!
The court accepts this into evidence.
Emma's gonna kill me. Okay. Oh, the
fingerprints
were
were
wiped.
Oh, okay.
But can we check anyway?
Oh, yep, sorry.
Very well, Mr. Justice. We may cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring like that at the witness?
That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before.
Yeah, that probably won't be relevant.
Okay, so let's have a look and see if we can. Let's have an examine the old gun. shall we?
Examine.
Should we also examine the old? Was it the autopsy report? No, the checkup report.
Yeah, see.
Let's see. June 14th. Metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. Okay, great. Gun.
Gun.
Yeah, just stare right down the barrel.
Let's see. Should we just like? Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa! Don't point that thing at me.
Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns.
Why?
Why?
Magic guns at least. The ones that pigeons come out of.
Very reassuring. Okay,
No?
I love that that's literally the only thing to inspect, so I guess that was perhaps an Easter egg.
Maybe.
Okay, right. I passed through the Hold it! On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? Oh, a fascinating inquiry. Revealing me capable of culpable. I know, do you mind? Honestly. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. 2 GMAT problem sets? GMAT? What does that mean? G-Man?
G-Man.
I
don't
am
know.
capable of solving the 2 G-Man sets. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. God damn it! Oh God, the time's complete. Blah blah. If only I hadn't been making a silly joke. However, that's the case. Some stuff. I missed it. That's it. Enough. I get the idea. What did he say? On average, It requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to complete one such set. Ergo, the time to complete 2 is on average 6 minutes 48 seconds. However, in the case that the questions are in the verbal category, admittedly not my... Okay, I see.
Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish the cross-examination sometime this month.
The Graduate Management Admission Test is a computer adaptive test intended to assess certain analytical, writing, quantitative, verbal, and reading skills in written English for use in admission to a graduate management program, such as a Master of Business Administration program.
Nobody cares.
Okie dokie.
Please, I've a recording booked after this trial.
And I've got a show to perform.
Gee, sorry you're all so busy!
That's all right. I'll forgive you this once.
Wow, Polly, you're sweating a little bit. Are you okay?
I'm stressed!
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm just...
Careful, you're gonna bust an
Hold
aneurysm.
it!
You're gonna have an aneurysm or something.
Were these men talking by any chance? Ah, now that you mention it, they were. Though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments, such as, "You lied to me." Oh, and "I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal."
It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart.
If that's true, then this is a vital piece of testimony.
Sounds like he heard them clearly enough to me.
Oh.
Hold it! Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear on my diploma.
You don't have your diploma yet, though.
What's the difference?
And this other man, who was he?
Your mother.
Whoa.
Well,
Okay, I didn't...
Hold it!
How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night. It would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes.
And this relates to your testimony how?
I mention this to illustrate my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact.
He sure is confident.
He seems to be telling the truth, too. Hold it! Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same as the one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness would be tempted to say. Huh? Yet I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. First, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park, which indeed restricted my field of vision due to insufficient levels of illumination. Now, if we consider that the pistol, let us call it Object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with certainty that Object A was indeed Object A.
I think he means he couldn't see it that clearly.
My badge for a normal witness. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. Was that my donkey for what is it? Not donkey.
My horse.
The donkey is a Worms quote, which is ripping. Oh, Jesus Christ, aging myself. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, it's like the.
A horse.
And my kingdom for a horse. And then I think of the Worms one, which is a donkey, my kingdom for a donkey. And then I know.
what's Worms?
Worms is the video game Worms.
Oh, I don't know. I've never played.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a multiplayer warfare game, whatever. There's a concrete donkey in it. that you used to kill the other worms with. Anyway, right, yes. So I think my badge for a normal witness is referencing that joke, which no one cares about. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. In a shot, the bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front.
Pulling.
Square in the forehead. Hold it! Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Aha! A contradiction, finally! Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction!
Objection! Good eyes, Air Justice. You're cool. Real cool.
Why do I get the sense that you're being condescending?
Oh, there.
You really think so?
No. Yet there is no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Meaning?
It was fired on a different night. This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah?
Oh,
I think it's not. I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation?
He's got a point.
Yes, at the end of my hair.
Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before you even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident in his testimony.
We always make the biggest mistakes when we're most confident. He's got
That's
a weak
why I have no confidence in myself at all.
Me
Because
neither.
then I'm never weak.
we are unstoppable forces, Taylor.
He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. I better give that testimony another listen. Another listen. Okay. He passed through the park on the way home. He saw them, a man pulling a stand, another man facing him.
What have we got in the court?
Well, what does the autopsy report indicate?
Yeah.
Right temple. He said square in the
Yeah,
forehead.
so
That's
that's
it.
not right.
Yup. The point of a pistol, a shot, hit the man square in the front, square in the forehead. I am just going to do a little safety save here. Just anyway, even though we do have the autopsy report.
Miraculous.
Objection! Whew. If that's all of it, I think I have a chance.
Is that you relaxing, I see, Air Justice?
For the first time, the sweat finally stopped for a moment. Huh? Oh, ahem. Objection!
Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet.
Right. Look at this.
The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Has it not been updated?
right.
Mr. Edgeworth, get in here!
Right, a problem. Ah, dang it.
Sorry.
Right, a problem. Problem. Yes! The problem is the location of the entry wound.
The location?
You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I do not speak the geometric absolute. What I do mean by this, for example, is the
Oh my
no.
God.
Okay. Wavelengths of light emitted by the krypton particle, as we know, in particular, is a well-known fact that krypton particles
rare
are
and
rare.
invisible to the naked eye, which-
I can't read.
Wait,
when
so
there's
basic
two
fallacy in your
voices
line
at
of
the same
reasoning,
time.
name it.
Mr. Justice!
I can't read it when you're trying to read it at the same time,
I'm
Sarah.
sorry.
Yes.
Was your objection to these, krypton particle things?
This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me.
No! I'm obsessed.
Wow. Oh.
I'm obsessed
Pete,
with something big.
Listen, Peter.
Oh,
I wish we
Sunday
could
baby.
get through any dialogue without you immediately seeing the innuendo and things.
I mean, there's a bigger Less nitpicky problem here. But it's
just-
not what Taylor was talking about.
Air Justice. How did you know? I've got a rather big problem over here.
Do tell.
Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple! The temple?
Man, this man's cheekbones are higher than my income.
Combined. All of our income.
All of our
Yeah.
Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Isn't it?
Oh, Polly.
It is. Right? Finally.
Objection!
Oh, God.
Air Justice. Oh, Air Justice.
Yes?
Ba-dum. Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles? Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it?
Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to his testimony. I know the wound was in
Oh, no. I don't like that face.
I know the wound was in the wrong place according to his testimony.
Look, I didn't think, like, he looked like he'd sucked on a lemon. But, like, I didn't think his lips could get any narrower.
It's like that one meme.
Yes!
It's like the one meme.
Yes!
Very, very current.
Yes. Hey, Air Forehead.
Forehead?
Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Air Forehead?
Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!"
And you, Fräulein, rather?
Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Ah!"
And you, Air Stickler, what did you shout, I wonder?
Oh, if the victim turned his head at the last moment. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Sounds like an
Addendum.
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 An
It
addendum.
sounds like an addendum to the testimony as required.
It's a bit of a big word for the judge.
It
Addendum. What?
sounds like a plant. Addendum.
An addendum.
Addendum.
A rose and
Oh,
addendum.
my addendums are looking fantastic this year. Don't you mean philodendron? No, it's an addendum.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action.
Oh, yes.
I run away.
Cease this at once, you two! I cried with composure.
Yes.
Composure.
What the hell does cease mean?
The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. This is a bit more of an addendum. This is like an entirely different testimony.
Yeah.
I see. So you attempted to stop the crime.
Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
That's a good point, Trucy. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would.
Is that just been
I
quick?
drew it myself.
I've got this
I drew it
napkin.
myself. I know. I'm an artist in more ways than one. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. Okay, that's more of a 90-degree angle than it is looking in their direction.
Yeah,
but, you know.
it was like it couldn't possibly have come from that guy, could it? Got to be someone else.
If the killer were to have fired at just that moment. As we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
How convenient.
That does seem to be the case.
Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science.
Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness.
Wasn't Ivy University where Phoenix went? Where he got, like, framed for murder or whatever.
Oh, with Dahlia and whatnot.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it was.
I
could
don't
be
recall.
wrong,
I
though.
don't really remember. But there's probably only one university in this world anyway.
Yeah.
Probably.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out, whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Passing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Well, nothing obvious right now, so I guess we fall upon the usual tactic. Hold it! So, you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear.
Fear is mind killer.
Indeed. The moment I saw that pistol, my inner sense of justice compelled me to take action.
That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot.
Eh?
You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind.
He actually looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
Yes, it would be very
regardless.
foolish indeed to leave a witness, wouldn't it, Justice?
Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Hold it! Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. Ah, yes, high, which is what Pete's been doing this entire time. A very high, exquisite voice. Sorry, it should be
My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park!
God.
my
And the
deep
victim-
resonations were heard from miles around.
And the victim responded to that clarion call.
Quite. Hold it! Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't have time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Oopsie daisy. Oh, don't say that too loud, Trucy. Please. Hold it! Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considering that it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed.
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 He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true.
Unfortunately, before I could take further action, it's really bugging me because it's like every time he starts talking, I'm like, okay, I need to concentrate in case he's gonna do like a big ramble, and then he doesn't. And I'm like, ah, it's like really annoying. Hold it! You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? It all
Could have tried to throw the book at him.
Textbooks from the university are quite the rare commodity. They're quite expensive, you know. So I wouldn't dare sully one with such a trifling matter as that. It all happened so fast. I'm afraid I hadn't the time.
Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo?
What?
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yes.
In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
What, the pistol at the crime scene? Or dirt on the gun, or...
Fingerprints were wiped, that's
Wipes,
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh.
So if he just tossed it away,
Then
why would he have
was
wiped
it?
it?
Been wiped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good one. Find find something. Find what?
I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony.
You got it, Apollo. You can do this.
With your help, Trucy.
Aw, shucks.
God damn it, stop being so cute. To the shotgun with coward killer appeared to have become frightened, tossing the pistol aside. He fled from the scene.
should be
All right,
that one.
all right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
do it. Let's do it.
Nice save,
Bruce.
Taylor.
Objection! Yeah, well done. Wait a second. Tisk, tisk. Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you.
Come again?
Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second, 1/16th of a minute?
60th.
60th. That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Yeah, sorry. Again, it's the it's the whole like, oh no, I need to read
Bracing
quick.
for impact.
So I just kind of apologies. Yeah, it's that thing where you see words, you read what you think you see, but you've not read it like thoroughly enough to say exact. So yeah,
I think you mean apologies.
no.
You should see Pete's face.
Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes 35 seconds, then
Mr. Justice,
yes, Your Honor.
for God's sake, interrogate him, please, and make him shut up. I'm getting a headache. Am I to understand you're objecting to the length of a second?
I love that Sarah's initial impression is just like, will you please shut the guy up, for God's sake, what's going on? And then it's like, no, that's not what the judge is going on about. The judge is way stupider than that.
I beg your pardon.
Are you objecting to time? The passage of time?
Apollo. Typically, it's not a good idea to insult the judge's intelligence within earshot.
Oh, God.
Am I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second?
Yes, I mean, no. Here, just look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Oh, wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
Oh, the little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there.
I'm not little.
Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein?
Huh?
What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves?
Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Oh, dang it.
What?
No, just that. Just like,
Dang it.
Well, Mr. Justice,
could the killer have been wearing gloves?
I wouldn't have thought so, because he's really adamant about getting caught, so why would he go out of his way?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some
all that.
some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
You know, you probably wouldn't have to flip through so many pages if you just kept the book open, other than, but you just close it every time.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize he was a drama student as
That
well.
isn't,
Bloody hell.
I am an actor.
Whoa, it's me.
What is it?
Behold my Shakespeare dance!
No, it's the, what is it? I'm afraid, it has to be like this. Row to be or not to be? That is the question. Which is a Blackadder reference.
Yes.
And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. Wait, does that... Wait a minute, hang on a second. Wait. That's a little bit weird the way you phrased that. He threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled.
Yeah, and this
pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of.
He doesn't know that it was the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just sort of going like, oh yeah, the guy had a weapon. I don't know what, it was that one. It was definitely that one.
Wow, your voice changed all of a sudden.
No, it didn't. It's fine. Keep going.
Oh, God.
I'm a study university guy. I'm doing the study student stuff. Prosecute. Prosecco, man.
Prosecco.
You gonna do this? You gonna see your
That
mind?
sounds solid to me.
Well.
Air Forehead, any of your precious objections? Go on, I know you want to.
What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work.
It's not just about the voice, Trucy. You've got to have something to object to. You know...
We'll find something.
I'm trying! You know, I've only recently realized something.
Your earrings look a whole lot like the revive item in Pokemon.
Yeah, I guess they do, actually.
Actually, no, I was thinking they were modeled after the Sims. You know, the little diamond that floats above their head.
I mean, it's kind of funny because they'd have to be quite annoyed Sims, wouldn't they? Because if they're yellow, not green, then that means they're starting to get a bit disheveled.
Yeah, like the comfort levels are dropping, the bladder levels
I've
are
never
dropping.
played The Sims.
You what, sorry?
I've never played The Sims.
Oh, I have put so many hours in that game.
I would say you're not missing much, but that would offend Sarah. Like, but it is a game that when you come out of playing The Sims, you haven't gained anything.
You build a house
You
you raise your perfect family.
You lose time and gain nothing.
Hey, I gained something.
I have bad news for you. That's how all video games work.
I don't know.
Boom,
You
got
just- No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say, which is, that's what I said.
What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he restated what he saw just now, he said Wocky dropped a...
He said he
Oh
saw.
my God. When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Wocky drop a murderous weapon.
Murderous weapon.
Murderous weapon.
No.
Poetry.
Murderous weapon!
Trucy, you know what you were saying about voice training?
I'm an
Murderous
adult!
weapon.
I'm not a little kid!
Murderous weapon.
Leave me alone! I can just walk out of this courtroom, you know!
No,
I'm
please.
gonna leave you!
You're really helpful.
But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Wocky threw away. You shut up laughing at me! You're being
I
mean!
didn't.
Stop it!
Are
Stop
there
it!
some problems in the honeymoon over there, Air Force?
Oh my God, she's 16.
I'm 15!
15 even.
Ew!
Stop it. Get some help.
You're going to jail!
So, you're right, Trucy. Not you. You're not right. You're right, Trucy.
in the head. He just confused. Oh my God.
He's just confused. You can do it, Sarah.
I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. You can do it. We all believe in you.
Don't patronize me, Mr. Gavin.
Pat.
Don't you dare.
The
Don't you
idea
dare
of
do
him,
that. I'm
like,
not a dog.
He can't pat. He's all the way across the courtroom. He's got like a really long arm. He always snaps one finger because his other arm is freakishly long, so he never wants anyone to see that.
He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong.
But it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote, oh, for God's sake, it was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and this appellation poor might be prefixed by thy name as I have some issue with...
The one time you weren't ready, Pete.
I know, right?
know.
It's like, God damn it.
What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something.
Let's be honest, it isn't the one time I wasn't ready. Like, every time he's done it.
Can we backtrack for a second? Did he just say that he wrote a love letter in his own blood that was posted up on the blackboard?
Sure. Well, it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter in my own blood that was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this the appellation poor might well be prefixed to my name. Yet as for the issue at hand... Yes.
Yes, that's not concerning at all.
He's a bit of a freaky freak.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say it again?
Oh, sorry.
Does the defense have anything to say about this?
Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol...
And it had to be something else. I mean, no.
Shizzle!
No faux shizzle.
Hey, there you go. Now you're starting to sound like a real G.
Shut up.
Wow! I sound like a real bad guy.
Trucy, don't take lessons from him. He's a bad influence.
But I sound like a real gangster, Apollo.
I would tell you off, but you sound so cute. She's so darn cute.
Then it had to be something else.
At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking.
I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin.
Oh, well, thank you, but I'm only into women.
You think Mr. Gavin's pretty?
You weren't supposed to hear that, Trucy.
Clavier and Polly. Sitting in the Trucy, I-N-G.
There's the fainting goat again.
Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene?
His panties. Like, no.
Ew. The knife.
Oh, the knife.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you? And it's bearing his print, so you know, should we just risk it?
Yeah, risk it for a bit.
Take that!
Is that a sword?
It's a bloody short sword, dude.
I saw one of those on a late-night movie last night.
No. On the late night.
The late night.
Oh.
There was only one. It still works, sir.
No, it's just funny to me. It's kind of like the old person. Oh, I saw that on the telly just last evening.
Just last eve on the wireless.
Look, I saw it in many films. I was channel flicking because I couldn't decide what to watch. So, in that case, it was lots of late-night films. Plural.
Because there's so much choice these days. Back in my day, you had 3, 4, 5, 4 channels, and you would pick one and you're done. Now, you've got 200 or so from the satellites, and it's just... And the problem...
And
the problem was I was sitting there with Mrs. Judge, and we were flipping through the channels, and she said, I don't really care. I'll watch whatever you want to watch, but every time I put on something that I wanted to watch, she told me she didn't want to watch it. So I had to spend the rest of the evening trying to find the one thing that she would agree to watch, but she wouldn't tell me what she wanted to watch, so it was very frustrating.
And you know what we ended up with? Bloody Love Island, of all things.
I wanted to stab myself.
In the eyes, spine.
Oh, I suppose that's where I saw the sword. It was a knife of my own, in fact. When I was contemplating
Killing myself.
Anyway, ending this miserable existence.
Oh, great. A sleep-deprived judge.
This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it.
His prints?
And this single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. And two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves.
Indeed.
Oh, Air Forehead.
Oh, God, now what?
You're forgetting 2 other things you've just proven.
Huh?
One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Wocky Kitaki. 2, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
Oh!
Indeed.
Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here.
This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove of us to hear what really occurred. Behoove? I've never heard of that. Behoove.
Behoove us. The judge is like, the other thing I watched was a thesaurus channel. I learned all sorts of big words on the telly.
I flipped onto the teletext.
Teletext.
But I had to look it up, because when I saw that it said behoove, I thought it meant that you turned into a horse, but I was incorrect.
With less assuming, please.
It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Oh, I didn't see his face change. Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. As if it were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better.
Good God, somebody just throw him in jail, for God's sake.
Just out of the courtroom would be enough, honestly.
What this court assumes...
But what does the court assume?
Wait a moment.
Yes, Taylor. Sarah is the time bestower. The
bestower?
She is the...
She gives us more time? She takes away the time.
She giveth the time and she taketh away the time.
I wish I could give us more time.
Sarah is the time bearer.
She's a Dr. Whomstive.
Yes.
Is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. But will he testify about what...
We're going to have to find out next time.
Well, when I hit the button.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go. I think it's probably a good time to end it. Don't you think?
Okay.
I don't want to, but we got to.
Okay.
Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for the next one, why not go check out the channel? We've got plenty of other videos on there for you to watch.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everyone.
And remember, all my hizzles need to keep it straight up, gangsta style, until we see you next time. For reals!
Wocky, I hate you so much.